The Universal Periodic Review is a unique mechanism of the United Nations aiming at improving the human rights situation in each of the 193 UN member states. Every state is therefore reviewed every 4.5 years and has to prepare for each stage of this important process. Before the review, a state under review, or SIR, must present a report of up to 20 pages on its human rights situation since the previous review and the progress made in implementing the recommendations from the previous cycle. In order to write this national report, the SIR is encouraged to hold a broad consultation process at the national level with all relevant stakeholders. During the review takes place in a working group of the Human Rights Council, or HRC, in Geneva, Switzerland, and lasts for 3.5 hours. The review is conducted by a working group which consists of all UN member states. Observers, such as UN agencies, intergovernmental organizations, and civil society, can attend but not take the floor. Out of the 3.5 hours, the SIR is given 70 minutes to present its national report, answer to advanced scrutiny questions, and answer to questions coming from the working group members during the interactive dialogue. Between the review and the adoption. During the interactive dialogue of the review, states make recommendations to the SIR on measures to take to improve the human rights situation in the country. The SIR should provide a response to each recommendation in writing in a document called addendum. During the plenary adoption, the report of the working group is adopted by the HRC in a plenary session a few months after the review. During this 1-hour adoption, the SIR has 20 minutes to present its final responses to recommendations. After the review, follow-up. After the plenary adoption, states have to implement the recommendations they have accepted before the next review. At the next UPR, they will be reviewed on the implementation of those recommendations and on the human rights situation in the country since the previous review. To know more about states on the review participation at the UPR, please visit www.upr-info.org.